Gambling. Maybe not the best pastime, huh? But let's back up a bit. This is Timmy. Now, as you see, Timmy has a lot of friends, but they don't know that he is a degenerate gambler. I know, right? Sounds insane. A 12-year-old addicted to gambling. How could this be? But sadly, Timmy is not alone. Gambling addiction is on the rise in our youth, and it can be tracked back to almost always one thing: video games. Your mom was right all along. It's always been those darn games. Now, let's go over a few things to understand what happened, why it's happening, and some ways we can try to fix it. Well, what is one of the main causes of the rise in gambling? Well, it's surprisingly simple: microtransactions. Games specifically having chance-based, slot-esque microtransactions. There have been a few studies connecting microtransactions in games to gambling. Nearly all say the exact same thing. Chance-based microtransactions and loot boxes that resemble slots are a major contributor to the rise in youth gambling. But let's go more specific. There was a study done in Australia on surveyed 12 to 17-year-olds who said they played video games. Now, if we take a step back, if I was handed a survey and asked if I gamble and have gambling problems, I'd say no, even if it was true. Like, I don't want to make myself look bad. What about you? Would you say you have gambling problems, even if you did? How many people are addicted and refuse to admit it? Now, even with that, more than 50%, yes, 50, said they had gambling problems and actions similar to gambling addictions, both online and offline. Many microtransactions in games have a lot of similarities to slots. The moving pictures, the sound design, the bringing you so close to what you want, but not quite a win every time to keep drawing you back and back, begging you to try again. Now, if we think about it, if adults are constantly getting addicted to gambling, especially slots, what do we expect from these 12-year-olds? How do we expect them to be better than the average adult? Now, back in the day, aka only a couple years ago, and even now, a lot of game companies monetize their product by selling the product. Crazy, right? You buy the game for a price and you get the game. But with the rise of free-to-play games, they had to find a way to be creative on making their money. Now, if we go back a couple years, Fortnite became very popular because of their free-to-play Battle Royale game mode. Originally, Fortnite was a survival-esque game called Save the World, but to raise hype, they released a free game mode called Battle Royale, which is now one of the most popular video games of all time. Now, it was free to play for the public. How could they make money if they aren't selling it for money, right? Like their main version. So what they came up with was selling cosmetics. Make your character look cool. Now, this was a golden era of free-to-play games. You had the option to pay or not. You never pay to win, and you knew exactly what you were getting. You paid for it. You paid 1,200 in-game currency, you get this exact skin. Now that's great, but how about we think about this from the game company perspective? Someone buys that skin, they have it. Never need to buy it again. Those 1,200 are spent. What if they had the chance of not getting the skin they wanted, but a skin that they never would have bought in the first place? Welcome in loot boxes. Getting people to pay for the same thing dozens and dozens and dozens of times, just trying to get the one thing they want out of it. Although, unlike gambling in real life, where you get money by spending your money, it's even worse here. You only get cosmetics that oftentimes is against terms of service to sell your account and try to make anything back from what you made, from what you spent in the game. Now, loot boxes took this net positive of cosmetics and turned it into one horrific, gambling addiction-ridden, child encapsulating monetization strategy. Cosmetics are easy to make, especially compared to games. new ones every month, every week, every couple weeks. Now imagine instead of paying $60 every couple months to a year for a new game that you play for a couple hundred hours, but instead every week spending $10, $20 on maybe a new skin. It's lucrative for these game companies, and there's only two winners in the free-to-play loot box game monetization strategy. It's one, the companies who profit, and two, the people who never play to begin with. So how the hell are we going to fix 12-year-olds being addicted to gambling? Well, there's a few options. Couple. Let's get into them. One is probably the simplest in theory, but who knows if it'll happen. It's police and watch god darn kids, guys. Parents, being online is a lot. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, especially for a child who's still learning about the world. Let's keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on how they're spending their money, what they're looking at, what they're playing with, who they're playing with. Everything online can be scary and unknown. Watch your darn kids. But say we don't want the parents to be involved, but we want the government. Although not always having the best track record, they do sometimes come in clutch. So what options can we steal from online gambling sites? Well, one is self-opt-out programs. Go into the software, opt yourself out, ban yourself from the software, never being able to play it again, no matter how much you wanted to. Seems like a great idea, not required on video games. Number two is spending limits. So being able to physically put a hard limit within the game of how much you can spend every week, month, year, etc. to help stop yourself from gambling to an addictive level. And the third is, which is not so much for online gambling, but is becoming more and more popular in online games now, which is very good, is putting and providing the chances of winning specific cosmetics and skins to the player base. Although, doesn't stop you from gambling, it lets you more easily make reasonable and logical decisions about how you spend your money. So fix yo damn kids.